Just when I think I have y'all figured out, you surprise me with this. Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is going to be a new Chatty Get Ready With Me. So I have some fun makeup products in my Singe Beauty makeup bag. All right, we're gonna be trying the Urban Decay Face Bond. This isn't like a new product, but it's new to me. So we're gonna be trying that one. I also got in the blushes from Ravie Beauty. So this is Ali Glein's beauty brand. I just got this box in today. I literally just took everything out of the box, threw it in my bag, and I want to try these out. I also have these lip oils from Ofra Cosmetics. I hauled these in my last PR haul, and a lot of you said that you wanted to see those lip oils. The kind of star of the show, I'm guessing, is the new palette from Oden's Eye. This is the Eternal Twilight palette. This one is so beautiful. It is launching the day this video goes live, which is Friday the 20th. So this is the palette that we are going to be working with. And I'm also going to be sharing about the next group trip that has been voted on by the Sam Squad, where we are going in 2025. Let me get you zoomed in and then we'll just get started. Okay, welcome. So I am filming at my girlfriend's house. Usually we film in her closet, but I'm actually just filming in the bedroom right now. But I am getting ready to be gone for a week. One of my other girlfriends is about to be gone for a while. So a lot of days we just come over here, we bring our computers, we work from here, we take our meetings from here, I film from here, all the things. So I knew I needed to do some filming. So I was like, as long as I'm not disturbing anybody. They are having a bed being built because they just bought this house. So they do have someone building a bed. So if you can sometimes hear a drill, that might be that. Okay, I'm wondering if this is gonna match me, but we're gonna see. So 18 medium neutral. This might be too dark for me, but we'll try it out. So this is the Face Bond from Urban Decay, waterproof foundation, up to 24-hour wear, 3% niacinamide, can't feel coverage. It's a self-setting foundation, smudge and transfer resistant. It says no powder needed, but we'll see. It might match my body okay, but we will see. But I know a lot of people really love this, including my friend Angie. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm using the BK Beauty 101 brush. They are having a special right now through the YouTube shopping button where you can get 15% off with the code YT15, like YouTube 15. So I wanted to mention that sale that is happening now for BK Beauty. I love a lot of their brushes. I just filmed a little short of me cleaning some of my brushes. Like one of them was the 101. I love the A506, the Angie Hot and Flashy. I'm trying to decide if I put too much on my brush. I might not need this much product. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna flip it and start to use this side of it to blend it in. It is very liquidy. Yeah, I definitely don't think I need it that much. And I also had their bronzer brush included, which is the 103. So those are all ones that I love. So if you didn't know, YouTube has its own shopping platform now, because that's all social media platforms is moving to like a shopping. So if you see like a little button down here, I will link all of the products, and I always do. I link all of the products that I'm using in the videos. I try to do timestamps as well once they introduced that feature. So like as I'm using this product will pop up, and then you can check out that way. Right off the bat, I think that this is looking really pretty. I feel like the shade match is gonna do well for my the rest of my body for sure. But I do have dry skin, sensitive skin, and I am more acne prone. I do have PCOS, so sometimes I'm kind of battling you know, hormonal acne and that sort of thing. But I think that this looks super pretty. I feel like it is very lightweight. Like it said, like can't feel coverage. I really don't feel much on my skin. And I think that it blended super well, and it just makes it's like a My Skin But Better type of product. And that's what I love. I like something that's not super full coverage. I like something that's not super heavy. I even used a brush, which, you know, I could have used a brush or a sponge. I washed most of my sponges today though. I think that this looks really pretty with a brush, and this is a great brush. I never noticed any like streak marks or anything like that with it. But first impression, I think this looks really good. Obviously, you know, need to try it more and see how it lasts and wears throughout the day and all the things, but that looks like a very natural finish foundation. Ooh, I am excited. I know a lot of people really like this. So when I got this from Urban Decay, again, like I said, it's not like it's a new product. So when they sent it, I was like, okay, thank you. So super pumped about that. I am also going to use the Giorgio Armani Concealer. So in the last week's Get Ready With Me video, I was getting ready with my friend Ashley. at her house. And this was the concealer we used, and I didn't really love it, but we're gonna keep trying it. I think I might have grabbed the wrong shade. Oh my gosh, I grabbed Ashley's shade. No. Okay, I grabbed 3.75 on accident. I was like, why does that look so light? Okay, we might have to do a little mix mastering here because, oh boy. So we're just gonna blend that out. I'm using the Sigma, the F72 soft angled concealer. I really love this brush. This is part of the Precision line from Sigma. Should I do an updated like brush favorite video? I feel like I haven't done one in so long, and I love my brushes so much. I could definitely do that if people wanted to see one. But we're just gonna try to make the shade work. Ashley's gonna crack up when I tell her that I accidentally grabbed her shade. This was one that I wasn't really loving it upon applying it. I felt like it was kind of sitting on the skin and it was harder to blend out. So that's why I went lighter with it this time. Like I didn't use as much product. Honestly, I feel like it just kind of made the under eyes look lighter and a little bit brighter. Like I don't feel like that looks bad at all. Like I wouldn't put it on my face to spot conceal, but I feel like with the Urban Decay, I don't really need to do any spot concealing at the moment. So that's nice. But Ashley and I were both kind of saying as we went along the day, we felt like the concealer was like getting better. So it was one of those like right off the bat, I was like, maybe not. I also just don't think that you need to use a lot of product with it. But you know, we'll keep trying it out and I will come back to review. And then for my bronzer, I'm just gonna use, or should I do my brows? Let me do my brows. All right, I'm gonna switch to my brows. I don't have a new product, but I did repurchase this recently from Ulta Beauty. This is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power in the taupe shade. And while I do my brows, I will talk to you about our next group trip because you guys, I am so shook when I say this. So in 2024, early 2024, I had a company reach out to me. They're called Trova Trip. And I had just hosted a group trip to Ireland with another tour company. And I was starting to do some event planning on my own. Vegas, Angie and I were planning one for Austin. So this company reached out and said, we see that you travel like with your community. And that's kind of what their focus is. They work with influencers to travel around with their communities together. And how they do it is they have us send out a survey link to anyone who's interested. And in that survey, you put in there where you want to go, when you want to go, your budget, and that sort of thing. And then we look at the data, me and the person I work with at Trova Trip. We look at the data and we see what is the most popular and we go from there. Now, I will say, of course, even if something is the most popular, that's not what I have to do. But for me, if you're asking people to put out this survey, like to me, you should go with like majority vote, right? That's what I think. Angie's done a Trova Trip as well. We just got back from Italy with her trip, and that's kind of how she thinks as well, right? So I'm looking at it as like, I don't really care. I love traveling. I always say I was a travel major in college. 2024 has been the year that I've been traveling. I've been to Barbados, Iceland, Italy. I'm getting ready to go to Greece. I've been to the Hamptons, Austin, Nashville. I just got back from Portland, Maine. I was like, where else am I missing? I'm sure I'm like missing trips in there too. So it's been such a fun year for me. And I'm like, I'll really go anywhere. Like, sure, there's some places that I'm like, oh, I would really love to see here or there. But especially if I'm doing a group trip for my community, I'm going to go off of what is the most popular, what is the most voted on. Kind of making my brows a little thick, and I'm not sure why, but we're going to roll with it. So when I put out the trip, the one that was voted on for 2024, the most voted on was for Greece. And I was so excited because I've always wanted to go to Greece. It's always been at the top of my list. And then, like I said, my friend Angie and Canicas, who has a YouTube channel as well, we just hosted a group trip together in Portland, Maine. So our vlogs went up this week. She did a Trova Trip as well, and her most voted on was Italy. And we were going to be each other's plus ones. And I was like, I've always wanted to go to Italy as well. And it was funny because in her survey responses, Greece and Italy were at the top. And in mine, Greece and Italy were at the top. And Greece ended up running away from me. And Italy, I think Italy like just edged out Greece, I want to say is what she said. I feel like that's how it worked out. But we were like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect because like we get to go on these trips now. These are places like for me that I've always wanted to visit. So excited, right? So I'm getting ready to go to Greece. I leave October 8th, I'm pretty sure it is. She's coming with me as my plus one, and then we have 19 joining us. And it's really nice because we just got back from a Trova Trip with Italy, and we were able to see how they assign you a tour guide, and we had someone with us every step of the way, someone who knew the language, knew you know, public transportation, knew the hotel. You know, our tour guide that got assigned with us in Italy, this is her full-time job. She's in her mid-20s. Her full-time job is to be a tour guide with Trova Trip. So she knows the itineraries really well. She's done these trips. She's visited these countries. Yeah, and I was just like, that totally, I did a whole video on how like that would have been my dream job when I was younger, but social media wasn't around in the way that it is now. And, you know, something like this wasn't really like a possibility back then. But I'm just like, wow, how cool. So I feel really excited to go to Greece. I'm so pumped to see everybody. We just had another live chat this week with everyone, and we're so excited. And I've been, you know, the last several months, I've been like, oh, you know, take the survey, let us know where you want to go. And then especially after Greece won and got announced, I was like, you can fill out the survey again, update it, let me know where you want to go. And I'm watching the survey results, and I'm seeing Switzerland be up there. I'm seeing France be up there. I'm seeing Portugal be up there. I'm seeing Italy be up there, which is funny because Angie's group trip, the most voted on, was Greece. So we're actually going back to Greece next year, which I was like, listen, I'll go, sign me up. I'll go again. Okay, it's fine. So we're super excited about that. And I'm just watching, and it seems like every week or so it changes, right? Every time I mention it, hey, fill out the survey, it changes. So I'm watching. And then all of a sudden here comes Bali. And I'm like, okay, all right, Bali. And then Bali's in the top 3. And I'm like, wow, Bali. I think for a second there, it was Bali, Switzerland, and France, I want to say, is how it was looking. And I was like, okay, this is really interesting. And then Bali blew it away. The last several weeks, I have been talking with my person at Trova Trip because I'm like, it's obviously Bali. Like it's obviously Bali. So our next group trip taking place in August of 2025 is going to be to Bali. I just don't know if I ever thought that I would get to Bali. I mean, it sounds, I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited because, like I said, wherever would have been the top destination, like it's some in the top 10. I was going through them the other day on my live call with my members. Some of the like top 10 destinations, like Canada was in there, New York was in there. We had like south of France was in there. I'm telling you, wherever would have been that top trip, like let's go, let's make it happen. But for it to be Bali, like I don't know if I ever would have come up with that on my own. I'm super excited. I'm going to Bali next year. That's so crazy to me on so many levels. And I am just so excited about it. So we are going to be going August 3rd through the 9th. I will say, so you can also put in the dates that work best for you. September was the top month that was chosen, just by a little bit. Right after that was August. And for Bali, you're kind of getting close to like the end time because you don't want to go during their like rainy season or things like that. And so September, we were going to be cutting it close. So the tour company recommends the last day that they had for September, or I think the only day that they had in September that we could start the trip was September 7th. And I'm actually in the Catskills for a different trip with the event planning company that I run. And we're on that trip September 8th. So unfortunately, the September date didn't work out for me. So I asked for August, and they had an opening for August 3rd through the 9th. So that is when our trip is going to be next year. August 3 through 9, we are going to Bali. The trip officially launches today, so I will have the link in my description box if you want to check out the itinerary. It is going to be 7 days in Bali. There is I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, Balinese cooking class, which I know this is going to sound so random, and if you know me, you're like, don't you call yourself an undomestic goddess? Like, yes, I do, but I've always wanted to do this. We talked about doing it in Italy, and I thought that was going to be so fun to do like a pasta cooking class or something like that, and it just ended up not working out with the timing. So that this one is built into our itinerary, I'm super, super excited about that. There's also a spa day that's included in the itinerary. We get to go to a spa, and we have like a massage and like a body scrub and different things like that. There is a beach club day, which I was like, okay, beach club, get down with your bad self. There's also days of just relaxing on the beach. There's a shopping excursion day where they take us to like several different places to shop. I just was looking at the photos, and I'm just like so shook that I get to experience this, and I'm so excited. And I will say I was a little bit nervous about Bali because I feel like it sounds, I don't know, like Greece and Italy. It's like, oh, okay, like Ireland is still, to me, Ireland was like really out there. But for me, for some reason, I just feel like Bali's like out there, right? But my girlfriend, Angelina, who I have gone to Barbados with her and also Iceland most recently, and she also runs Vegas Girls events here in Las Vegas. She is actually hosting a group travel trip through Trova Trip as well. And she's going to Bali. I believe hers is in February. And I think it was like too close to the Super Bowl or something like that for me to go. And I was super bummed because I was like, oh my gosh, Bali would be so fun. But she's going. I know someone from the Sam Squad is going. One of the ladies who went to Maine. She's actually going on Angelina's trip to Bali, which I just thought was so cool. And but Angelina said that trip had so much interest and it sold out really fast. And it seems like Bali is a very popular destination right now, which I'm like, I guess that makes sense of why it was, you know, obviously the most voted on, right? So I am like super excited. I am really excited for the itinerary that we picked out. Another brush that I use from Sigma, this one is the Soft Sculpt, the F11. I just think it's really beautiful for bronzer. And I obviously love my Sigma bronzer so much. If you can see the pan on that one, so clearly love that. So like I said, I will have the link in my description box so you can check out the itinerary. There is a discount for the first 8 people who sign up. There's an early bird discount, and then after the 8 we still have plenty of spots left after that. But if it's something that you think that you can do and you want to go, the first 8 do get a little bit of a discount. I did get some questions if people can bring a +1, and yes, absolutely, anyone is able to go on this trip. It doesn't have to be someone who knows me, you know, I'll be promoting it everywhere. And if it's just someone who's like, well, I've always wanted to go to Bali and I have a group to go with and I'll feel safe there and all of the things, anyone can come. I know for Greece, one of the ladies is bringing her husband, another one is bringing a friend or a sister, I believe it is. So anyone can go on the trip. If you know someone that has wanted to go to Bali or anything like that, you know, you can always pass them along this trip, because I do think one of the good things and one of the cool things about these trips especially is that kind of sense of community, but also safety. And I've spoke about this before of how I haven't really traveled a whole lot because I didn't have people to travel with. And I was a little bit scared to go by myself. And, you know, sometimes you just want to experience things with other people and with a group of people or even just one other person, you know. And then also there's a safety aspect too of even just traveling internationally, but being in a different country. So that's something that these group trips really provide. And like I said, I've done international trips now. I've done a lot of domestic trips that I've planned myself. I've planned with Angie. And I'm feeling more and more confident with every trip. And it just gets me more excited every time. We have vlogs of every single trip that I've been on. I have every single vlog here on YouTube, so you can see how they are. You can see the community. You can see the interactions. You can see that they're real trips that are happening. I enjoy them so much. And so getting to do Greece next year with Angie has me so excited. Getting to do Bali with Angie and with so many of you has me so excited. I'm going to Belize as well with Angelina next year. Super excited about that. Angie and I are planning 2 domestic trips to take place next year. I have 2 trips with Creators and Friends, my event planning company. I just am like, what a time, right? For my powder, I'm going to be using the Tower 28 powder. I'm going to mix the translucent and also the pink again. I'm going to do the pink on my under eyes. I used these in my last video as well with Ashley, and I really did like this powder, and I like these cute little puffs. That's a little bit about the trip. Again, it's August 3rd through the 9th, and we are going to Bali. You can check out the full itinerary. I do have a group chat on Instagram. If you want to join the group chat, this is where I can answer questions. People can start chatting with one another if you're interested in the trip and maybe are looking for like a roommate to split a hotel room with. That's what those are really good for. Or if you just have any certain questions, or sometimes in the group trips, people were trying to coordinate their flights. Like if people were going to be close to one another, getting on same flights and that sort of thing. Once we do have the trip all booked out and everyone is confirmed, I do start a separate group chat with just the people who are confirmed on the trip. And that's where we go into a little bit more details of where we'll be and when, and, you know, just kind of like a safety factor for that one. We do start a separate group chat once we have the trip all confirmed, but I wanted to be able to give people plenty of notice for this trip as well, since it is a bigger trip. So it will be taking place next August, and I'm super excited. Thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you to everyone who's, you know, come on trips with me in the past. It means so much that this is now a part of my career. It's, you know, I always say I started social media because I wanted to find friends, and not only did I find friends, I now get to travel with them. I get to visit some really cool places and make some really cool memories, and it has me so excited. And I'll say too, when I was thinking about Bali and I was like kind of nervous about it, and I was like, people really want to go here, like this is crazy. I got a couple of comments actually from some of the Sam Squad who are in Australia. And they said, you know, I've really wanted to go on your trips, but some of them, and like the US ones, have just been too far for me to do it because I'm in Australia. And they specifically said, if you go to Bali, it's a much quicker flight from Australia. And I was like, oh my gosh, Samantha, why did that never even cross your mind? That like, obviously Bali is like far from the US, but like not to other countries. Like I was like, hello girlfriend, telling some of my friends that we can see our YouTube analytics. So I can see like the top countries of my viewers, right? So the top is US, and then we have Canada, and then my third country is Australia. And I was like, and I always get comments of people saying like, I hope you come to Australia. And I'm like, you don't understand how badly I want to go there. I was telling the live chat the other night that my best friend Angie is in Australia for a couple weeks with her husband, actually, for like a work thing. And when she first told me that she was going, in my mind, I was like, can I invite myself to Australia with her husband? Can I invite myself? But it is taking place. I leave on Monday morning to go to Palm Springs for a Creators and Friends event. So the timing wouldn't have worked out for me, but I really was like, Australia, can I go? Really hoping that maybe the trip too will also open it up to some people who the locations so far hasn't really worked out the best for them, but maybe this one will be closer. I don't know. I just have to say that I'm excited, and every time I looked at more photos or videos to try to get a sense of Bali and what it was going to be like, I was just like, I can't believe I get to go here. So I'm so excited. On Instagram, I will have a pinned post, and I also keep trying to put it in my stories and do the slide feature of, if you want to get added to the group chat, you know, slide this thing, and that lets me know. I can go in and see who slid it over, and I can add you, or you can just comment on the pinned post that'll say, it says like, let's love Bali. You can just comment on that post and I'll add you to the group chat. And then, you know, we can chat in there. Any questions you want to start, you know, seeing who is booking the trip. Again, if you have anyone that you know that would want to come on the trip, either with you or by themselves, you know, please share the link with them and let them know. And that's our plan. Next August, I'm going to see you in Bali. So crazy. All right, we are going to take a quick break for these blushes because, oh my Lanta, how beautiful are these from Ravie Beauty. Again, this is the brand that was started by Ali Glines, and she just launched blushes. So she you know, started with Shop Ali Glines, which has the brush bags, and then she's also done Ravie Beauty, and we have the Effortless Lips. They also just recently expanded shade ranges on the lipsticks, and now we are going into blushes. So this is really exciting when you see a new brand come out with, you know, a new line of products. Okay, so I was thinking about doing a pink look, which is why I'm wearing a pink shirt. So first, my mind is going to this one. I don't usually wear like super bright blushes. These are so beautiful as well, but this blush is just like really calling out to me. So I think that's what we're gonna do with this one. So this is the Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush. So cute. Okay, this shade is, did I say Oasis? Sorry if I didn't say it. Then we have Paradise, and this other one here is in Daydream Paradise. And then I'm gonna be using Oasis. I'm using the Sigma Soft Angled Cheek, the F43. Okay, so we will see how these blushes are. Ooh, okay. Off the bat, I know that this is a first impression, but off the bat, I'm super happy with this because this to me looks like I could, you know, tap a little bit too much and have like a streak or like you know, we start getting into the clown category type thing going on. But this, I can see, did I read the word diffused somewhere? Endless diffusion, absolutely, 100%. I absolutely understand that name because it really is like a beautiful diffused color on the cheek. That is so gorgeous because I love that it's still vibrant on this like punchy pink without being too overboard. That is a seriously stunning blush. I like to put a little bit on my nose. Wow, that is so pretty. Brands are just crushing it with their blushes these days. That's beautiful. I can't wait to try all 3 shades, but it's so funny to me because Oasis is not one that I would normally think that I would want to go for, but how beautiful is that? To me, I don't feel like it looks completely matte. Does it say Everyday Baked Blush? I feel like it pulls more matte, but it also has a little bit of a glow to it. Singe Beauty just came out with blushes as well, and I feel like those are going to be more on the glowy side, but these aren't completely matte. They still kind of give like an effortless glow to the cheeks, if you will. But that was super easy to blend. Wow, those are nice. Okay, so I think base is looking good. So now we are moving over into the eyeshadow palette, and again, this is the Enchanted Twilight from Oden's, or I'm sorry, Eternal Twilight, not Enchanted. Is Enchanted no, don't get this wrong. Twilight is a movie and a book series. Is Enchanted one? Did I just make that up? You know me. I have no idea. So how beautiful is this palette? I love that we have like some of these cool tones over here. I love that there's a gray. Gray is my favorite color. I always say it's the most boring fact about me, but gray is my favorite color. But then I love that we have some fun shades over here and like some of these pinks, but this palette looks like so much fun. And I feel like there's so many different looks that you can do with this one. This shade Balder is like a very interesting like pink green duochrome. That, can you see the green? There it is. You see the green? Yep. So that one is so interesting to me. I wanted to do something with the pink. So how beautiful is this one? Lemon City? I'm not gonna be able to say like any of these correctly. Also Pessimistic is this one over here. It almost looks lavender, but I feel like with Oden's eye, like you never really know until you actually get them on your eyes. But how beautiful is that? Okay, Nothingness, this shade right here, I'm like, what is this even gonna look like? Wow. How beautiful. Oden's eye just nails it with their formula every time. They just create some beautiful, beautiful makeup shades. I always say, like, I have a top 3 when it comes to eyeshadow palettes: Natasha Denona, Sigma Beauty, and then Oden's Eye. I just feel like they don't miss with their palettes, and I'm someone who is a little bit more neutral with my looks, and I'm also someone who's more like quick, like 2 eyeshadows, maybe 3, but I still, I tend to always gravitate towards the Oden's Eye palette. I think their color stories are interesting. They make me want to be more creative. I also love this orange shade. I love wearing orange with green eyes. Just the color combinations in here and like right down here, like my little neutral heart just loves that so much. And we have like, okay, now I'm like, my whole thought plan was pink. Again, when I left my house, I grabbed a pink shirt, even though you just see the straps, but I want to stick with the pink and do something with that, but I need to do all the looks with the Oden's Eye palette. I do have a discount code with Oden's Eye. Like I said, the palette is available today. There's also blushes and highlights in the collection as well. Since I just got the blushes and I've been getting asked about the Review Beauty blushes, I wanted to bring those, but still use the palette. But the whole collection is available today, and my discount code with Oden's Eye is just Samantha. So again, we're gonna aim for more of a pink look. So I'm gonna go in with Warmness first. This pink matte. I'm just using a brush from Delium Tools, the 785 Tapered Blending. And I'm just going to blend that all into the crease. I really think the shimmers are going to be like the main star of the show, but I do just want to add a little bit of pink. I don't do pink eye looks a ton, especially like pink ones, but it's a fun color to play with. Everyone always thinks my favorite color is pink, which makes me laugh because, like I said, it's gray. It's gray. But I feel like pink can be a little bit of a difficult color to pull off. But when I know that I'm working with an eyeshadow palette that has such a quality formula, I feel like it'll come together. And because these shimmers, the multi-chromes, the duochromes are just like such special shades, I just don't really feel worried. So again, we're just kind of blending that pink in. I could have easily gone in with like the brown as well, but it's like, why? You know, I wanted to go all in. And then using a brush from Singe Beauty, this is the E07. I'm gonna go in with that Luminosity. This Luminosity shade. This was one that jumped out at me. Okay, that's just swell. Are you kidding me? That is so beautiful. I don't know what else to say besides like Oden's Eye does not, they just don't miss. They do not miss. Look how cool that is. It's like pink, but it shifts into a blue. Oh, this is just redonkulously stunning. And again, I'm literally going to use these two shades and just feel so pretty and feel like I did a makeup look that I like worked really hard on and all the things, and it's just two shades that are so pretty. Wow. I can't wait to watch back my reaction. My reaction. I think it's gonna be hysterical. I mean, that's just like a wet looking eyeshadow. I can't wait to show Ashley. I should have recorded her reaction to seeing it. I was like, look at the palette that I'm gonna use today. She was liking it though. She really likes Oden's Eye. She likes a lot of their palettes. I've given her some of their palettes as well, and she really likes them. So you know what we should do? We should do a Sam and Ashley collab palette. Can you imagine? What would that even look like? Oh my gosh. We're just putting it out. We're putting it out into the universe. There was a full moon last night and I was on my night walk and it was so gigantic. I literally stopped. I was actually Marco Poloing with Angie. I stopped and was like, you wouldn't believe what the moon looks like right now. And then I was like, you have the same moon, so you can probably see it. But like, it was crazy. It was so big. Okay, how beautiful is this shadow? Unreal. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm a big eyeliner girl. I love me some eyeliner. I just don't feel like this needs, I don't even know if I'm gonna do a lower lash line because this just speaks for itself. Again, love that we have this larger palette. Love that we have all of these different options. But for me and my makeup style, let me grab two shadows and we're gonna do something with them. Like honestly, like I said, down here, I really wanna play with these neutrals right here. I really wanna play with these grays and do a cool tone look over here. I really wanna play with these fun oranges over here. I just love palettes that can inspire me in that way, you know? I'm gonna use my Tarte XL Mascara. I've been really loving this one, but I just think that that is so pretty and it makes me wanna just let it be the star of the eye look, you know? I think I could do pink on the bottom lash line, I could do brown on the lash line, but I just want to let those shadows be the star because they are so beautiful. So I just added on the XL mascara. I used this last week. I've been using it in my Get Ready With Me's. I used it in Maine. I don't think I actually just said a real word, but you know what I mean. But I was filming for a little short form video with the mascara, but I just like this mascara so much, and this is just one coat. And since it's a tubing mascara, it doesn't smudge all over me. It's easy to remove. I had to explain last week to Ashley what a tubing mascara is. I know she wants to come back on because people were saying that she was using eyeshadow as a bronzer, and she was not. It was a like face and eye palette, and she was indeed, can confirm, she was using the bronzer shade as bronzer, but she wants to come back for a redemption video, which I'm trying to explain to her. She doesn't need to redeem herself because it's makeup, and like I said, there's no rules. Like, you can't do makeup wrong. So even if she was using, like, I've used bronzer as eyeshadow. I feel like I've probably used eyeshadow as bronzer at some point. You can do what you want to do. I just used lip liner all over my face the other day, you know? Like, it's fine, it's fine. So next up, for my lips, I want to use these lip oils from Ofra. So I believe these are a new product to them. I don't think they've come out with lip oils yet. So this is infused with jojoba oil. Delivers high shine, easy to wear, great for your lips, lightweight and non-sticky. So these are the lip oils. So pretty. I love me a good lip oil. So this one is in Flushed, the pink. Then we also have a clear in Glassy. And then we have a nude in Nude-ish. A nude and Nude-ish. So I actually don't know if I have a lip liner in here, if they're all in my purse. I think, no, I grabbed the one from Fenty. Ha! I put it in my bag. I'm gonna use the one from Fenty Beauty, the traced out lip liner, and this one is in Thugz Blush 2. So I picked this up recently from Ulta Beauty. Do I have my sharpener? I am such a prepared beauty guru in this video. I can't with myself. I thought I forgot my lip liner. I'm not gonna lie, I did forget my camera battery. So when I first sat down to film from Ashley's, I could see that my battery was almost dead, and I was like, I brought everything else. I brought a shirt, I brought makeup bags, I brought my camera, I brought my tripod, my memory card, got my water next to me, but not the battery. I was like, well, got my external phone charger. Got it all, except I had to go home for the battery. Luckily, she lives literally like a 4-minute drive from me. It takes me like 40 minutes to walk to her place and just like a 4-minute drive. So I just drove back really quickly. But I'm gonna use the Thugz Blush 2 lip liner. So I do like to line my lips, and then I fill them in a little bit as well. It's a really pretty lip liner, and it's very creamy, yet still very long wearing. Like, this lip liner stays, which I love, because sometimes when a creamier lip liner sometimes kind of slips a little bit quicker. No, this one stays, and it's a really pretty kind of like pinky mauve lip liner. Looking at the glosses, and I feel like I would either do like a clear or the nude, but I keep wanting to go all in on the pink. So again, it's a lip oil, so I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more sheer, but we're going to give the shade Flushed a try and see what we think. Oh yeah. Oh, that feels nice. It is super smooth. I love lip oils. They're one of my favorite lip products. This feels so good. It's not sticky at all. It's very smooth. It smells good too. It doesn't just like smell like ingredients. I don't have the best sense of smell, but I can smell like a little, it's not like vanilla-y or anything like that, but it smells good. That shine looks so pretty. Oh, and with the all pink look and the pink cheeks, I really tried to go all in pink on this one, and I think that looks beautiful. Love the lip liner. I'm really feeling this look. I'm excited to go show my friends and see what they think. Okay, well, that's gonna wrap it up. I think that this was a really successful try on haul. The Urban Decay I think looks really good on the skin. The Armani Concealer I'm still, you know, kind of thinking about. The Tower 28 powder is nice. The Ravie Beauty blushes, super beautiful. The Oden's eye palette is stunning, and I'm loving this lip combo, and this lip oil looks so nice. So I'm sitting in front of a window, so I'm kind of losing the sun a little bit, so I will wrap it up here. Again, the link to Bali and the itinerary, the booking form, all of that will be in my description box. If you want to join the group chat, head over to Instagram, Merch Beauty Word, and I will get you added over there. I'm so excited to travel with some of you. I'm so excited to see some of you next month in Greece, and now we have Bali to look forward to next year. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.